after suffering with Silent Hill 4 yesterday, we are going to do more suffering, presumably, and that'll be with Penumbra. So there is that. Survival horror, same as Amnesia Games, same developer, different publisher though. Other than that, that's pretty much it. It should be pretty fun. Let's jump straight into it. Change scene here. Here we go. There are things I need of you, things you may not understand and may not wish to do. But please do not make the same mistakes I did. My father, Howard, deserted me before I was born. I could claim the loss of my mother. And the letter I received after her funeral blinded me to do what I had to do. And I couldn't get to read the rest of it. But you know, that's fine. That's whatever. What is it? Fuck. Alright. I guess we're gonna have to restart it. Why does it... Alright. Dude, I can't even see. On my monitor, I can't even see. I can see through the stream though, so there's that. Alright, hang on. Nothing like a little bit of technical difficulties. Let me open up the settings. However, I'll change back. Let me change back to the intro. So that way there's actually something to look at. Config. Which config am I looking for? Oh, it's not in here. I gotta go documents. will change the field of view while I'm here. EXE. I should have a hex editor, I'm pretty sure. I do, yeah. Open. Copy this. Or not. Where is it? File name? Oh, shit. Where is it? Program files. This PC. Games. Penumbra. Here we go. Now I have to look for address 82540. What the fuck? Eight C42. Okay. Where is it? Right, a shot. Let's try again. Alright, it worked. There we go. Hopefully the FOV worked. New game. Easy for players who are bad at action games. Normal recommended suits most players. Hard for players wanting a real challenge. We go normal. My story began in February, year 2000.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolutions, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further question, but that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Alright. This should be pretty fun. Finally, we're almost docked. I'd better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick things up using left mouse, and I can take a closer look at things using right mouse. Yep. That sensitivity is a bit low. What do we got? Tins? Always travel with a padlock and a key. Preferably. Mine's in the inventory. The key for my old padlock. There's not much light in here. My flashlight could come in handy. Some extra batteries to power my flashlight, yes. Could come in handy if the torch runs out of batteries. I should be able to access it through my inventory or with the shortcut G. God, this game is loud. Use the flashlight. Switch it on and off via the inventory, or hopefully with the shortcut key F. I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm headed. Oh no, fisherman's wife's love letter. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still have only one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need, so that you can come home to me safely, and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout, but I said they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. Alright. That's that. A good scientist always keeps a pen and paper handy just in case. Always good to have a notebook to jot down interesting information and reminders. What the hell? As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. So cold, don't know where I am, need shelter soon. Yeah, where am I? My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. What in hell is that? I don't care, I need shelter. Looks frozen shut, need something to break in. I've jotted down a note just in case. Alright. I need something to break it. Do I have anything? Must break ice. What with? Interact mode. Oh, yeah. I hope to God it's not frozen inside as well. So weak. What if I just use interact mode? That's cool. Alright, here we are, we're inside. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although looking around, maybe I didn't. A heavy-looking wooden barrel. Could be anything inside it. Hey, Sizzle. What's going on? Welcome back. Empty boxes of ammunition. What is this place? A steel rod. Very nice. A flare. Could come in handy. Alright, there are some things hidden behind the barrels. It's stuck. There must be something in the way. Alright. Well, we know what to do here. Find a way to smash it open. Let's see. I can swing this hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make a back swing by pulling the mouse right, and then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back and then thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. I reckon if I hold down right mouse after the back swing, I should still be able to look around. Anything here? I can move this? Okay. Alright, let's move this over here. Old as they are, they won't pull off with my bare hands. That's why we have the hammer. Alright. Big brain. So that's the door. Anything this way? No, that just takes us back. Oh, it's just one big loop. Alright, fair enough. Oh, shit. This looks like some kind of industrial mechanism. Although there's a hole in the center, there's no way to operate it. That's unfortunate. This hatch is seriously solid. It won't open by hand. Someone obviously wanted to keep people out or in. Ah, spooky. Okay. So, I guess we try and open this? What's that? Nothing. I can just interact with. Can I? Can I do anything with this? No. It was worth a shot. Can't smash the barrels. Can't open the ammo boxes. Alright, well, my torch is running out. What do my notes say? To-do list, nothing. And I've only found one note so far. Oh. Okay, it's different now. It's different. The color's changed. Alright. Let's try staying here. See if something happens. Okay. It doesn't take away any health, so that's important. That's good. Oh, hang on. Let's try the steel rod. How's that going to work? I don't know. Here we go. Alright. There we go. We got a little bit of brain action. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something that I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me. Friends, parents, teachers were too scared or too far away. It's stuck. I'm trapped. I need to get out. Well, damn. There could be anything living down here, heroics of Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching or pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue tint to my vision. Ah, that's what that's for. Alright. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better remember to shut off any light sources, though. My best bet is to hide for a couple of seconds or so, perfectly still. That'll make me properly hidden. Like that, I'll be virtually invisible, and after some time, I should get my night vision back, provided I stay still. Alright, that's cool. Very nice. This place must be old if they were using paraffin lamps. Looks like there's still some juice left. Well, I don't think I can turn it on. Maybe there's a lighter. So I'm here. There's a storage, there's an office, explosives, northern area, and workshop. Let's try going to the office, seeing as it's the closest. There's some rocks here I can throw. Hello. Another note. Copenhagen Post, Monday 17th, August 1930. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of Death Mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mine-altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that, even taking into account Greenland's naturally higher suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high, at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the national average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH 4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Invit spirits, known as the Turngate, live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing. Studies continue. Okay. So there's hallucinogenics. Baxtrin. I don't know what Baxtrin is. Officer's log, 15th of August 1945. Command Bunker Emergency Airstrip Zulu Weekly Report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance be carried out twice weekly from here on in due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The one wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop/armory, and have succeeded in blowing up a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this, in that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom. Good one. And I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up that manual in the chest in my office, and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. This base is so disconnected sometimes. I feel as if this war could end, and we might not even hear about it out here. Supplies requisition order. Dynamite for excavation purposes, 7 bayonets. Not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states we should have a full complement. 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses, category, 7-C? An order for myself. My glasses are in a rather poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth, and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made, and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. Okay, there's going to be a lot of reading in this game. I remember Amnesia was a lot of reading as well. An old man clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. What the hell happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. I'm gonna assume that that was like a save, because it felt like a save. Beef jerky. Dude, hell yeah. We love beef jerky. More beef jerky? Nice. Painkillers. It's locked, I need a key. Well, I have a key, so there's that. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. Chapter 1-3, Black Match Fuse. The Black Match Fuse is one of the oldest, simplest, and most reliable fuses in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder. But be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and as always, due concern is advised. Materials required. String, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, Baxtrin. The string should be coated with a thin layer of Baxtrin, which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. Chapter 2-1, Dynamite. Invented by Alfred Noble in 1866, dynamite is commonly used in construction, mining, and demolition. It is proven far safer to handle than alternatives such as pure nitroglycerin, provided that it has been properly stored. Over time, the explosive component of dynamite, supposedly made safe by the presence of diatomaceous earth, that's a new word, has a tendency to weep, making an old box of the explosive liable to detonate on contact. Materials required: 1 part diatomaceous earth, diatomaceous, 3 parts nitroglycerin, small amount of sodium carbonate. Text unreadable, and then simply form into short sticks and wrap in paper. Chapter 2-3, trinitrotoluene. TNT. That's the word for TNT? Holy shit. TNT was first discovered in 1863 by German chemist Joseph Wilbrand, but it took some years before it yielded its true potential. This was because of the difficulty of making it explode and the lesser detonation in comparison to dynamite. The main advantage was discovered by the German Navy, who employed TNT's relative explosive stability in order to cause massive damage to British warships. Their torpedoes could be detonated inside a ship's armor rather than exploding on contact as did other shells. And then Armstrong's mixture. Armstrong's mixture is included in this book as more of a point of interest than as a viable chemical mix. The formula exists as somewhat of a legend in modern pyrotechnics, referenced by those knowledgeable enough to stay away from it, as death mix. Its incredible volatility make it unsuitable for almost all potential applications. Materials required: red phosphorus and barium. This mixture can be carefully and slowly mixed to minimize risk to the chemist. Sulfur can substitute for some or all of the barium to slightly decrease sensitivity. Alright, I gotta wet my whistle there. That's a lot of talking. Alright, so I think that's the office done then. I never get used to that. I've got batteries, right? Where are they? Interesting. Is there something else down here with me? I can't just wait for whatever's around that corner. I need to hide. Oh. It's a dog. I've never been this scared in my life. I can feel my heart racing. If anything gets within more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I'd better not stare it out. Stare it out? That's an interesting way to word it. Okay. Let's go to the storage. I think the storage room is probably the next best bet. Maybe we can find some... What's that? Oh, it's an arrow. Maybe we can find some materials for explosives. What? Oh, here's a lighter. If this lighter wasn't empty, it'd be a handy thing. Of course it's empty. Motherfucker. I've got Baxtrin. It's not fuel. We gotta find some lighter fluid. It's locked. What is this? It's explaining more. There's scratchings on the wall explaining the explosives. Oh no. Box full of rocks. Rocks. Take out the rocks and it shows a ladder that I can go down. Locked from the other side. Does that mean there's someone still inside? I can hear chattering. Thank God, maybe I can get some answers. I've jotted down a note, just in case. The entrance to the cave is caved in. There must be another way out. There's a locked door with odd noises coming from behind it in the storage. So it's not here. Some more batteries. Painkillers. Another save. It was different, but that... At the same time, that time, like I had more control. But over what? I don't know. We'll have to find out. In before it's not a save, and it's just like something that affects an ending. Oh shit. Gotta move this out of the way a bit more. There we go. It looks like someone's removed the ladder from these hooks with a pretty blunt saw. So if I go down here, I won't be able to come back up. That's fine. Nothing hidden? Nope. Awfully blue cobwebs? Ugh, spiders in small places. I don't know if I can go through with this. I think I can hear the pitter-patter of tiny... Christ, was that a spider? That was a fucking huge spider. That was a massive spider. Here's the ladder. Alright, well, I guess I can attach this. Right? There we go. Well, I can get back up now, so there's that. That's good. What is that? A horrible sight. Luckily it's mummified, or else the smell would have been awful. True, very true. What's over here? Flare. Day 1. I begin this record still in the hope that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value, despite the chaos that has ensued, which has ensued in the 6 hours previous. My aim is to remain secure until what help there may be arrives. And to that end, I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meager food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here, and now 30 years on, fate has struck again. Day 3, I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location, and hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of this mine. My third mistake was to act on both those assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. My best estimate is that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid, and I have found only danger. I approached the old living quarters, but curiously could find no sign of life whatsoever. I returned in what I thought was the direction from which I had come, but soon found myself in an unfamiliar locale. Confused but focused, I attempted to make my way home, but I found myself threatened by some species of feral creature, which seems to have made this old mine its home. Although the specimen bore significant interest to me, I chose to retreat, only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beasts. I turned and ran, injuring my ankle in the process, which I believe now is most likely a sprain rather than a fracture. For some time I cowered and fled into the dark, but a few hours ago I discovered a door leading to a smaller, disused part of the mine, the key for which I still have in my pocket. Within that area I discovered the storeroom, and I think it should keep me safe for some time. This place is a maze. My lesson learnt. I will not venture out again until I am certain the area is safe. Day 19. That's a big leap. Day 6 to 19. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing. Lots of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. Day 34. I caught one of the accursed 8-legged beasts nestling in my open mouth. Ew, dude. Yuck. Nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise, I swallowed it? Ugh. Man, poor guy. It's not so much the act of swallowing which concerns me, but the genus? Dude, what are these like weird UVs that they've got going on here? This makes it hard to read. The genus? I have no idea. Of arachnid. It would be unlikely that a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. Day 35. Any known venom would have affected me by now, and so today is the first minor cause for celebration I have had since the incident. By lucky coincidence, this revelation also means I have discovered a virtually inexhaustible supply of nutrition. I should have seen it coming. I intend to venture into the basement beneath this storeroom in the name of science, to discover more about these creatures' natural habitat. Day 50. For 4 days now, I've been surviving solely off the quite considerable sustenance provided by the spiders. For some time I was struggling to gather enough of the crunchy little morsels. However, Lady Luck smiled on me once more when the batteries in my torch died and I made a second life saving finding. A second life-saving finding. The creature's natural habitat is the dark. With my light now diminished, I need only lie still for a few minutes, and I have attracted enough of the beasts for a rather hearty meal. That's disgusting. Eating whole spiders. Oh shit, I took some damage. What are these? If it weren't for the size of these pieces, I would say that it looks like eggshells. Oh, more scientific findings. Day 71. My earlier assumptions on the benign nature of my cellmates may have been made in error. What discovery has he made? After a careful autopsy, I am concerned that there may be a small volume of natural chemicals stored in the stomach, which, if ingested regularly over a period of time, may become psychotropic or even lethal. My only real chance is to break out of here and raid any stashes of supplies I can find. However, the evidence against such a move is insurmountable. I have no source of light. I swore to myself I wouldn't leave until I heard human voices outside, and the spiders are so tasty. Day 100. From the marks I have been making on the walls and my scribbled diary entries, which in the dark may amount to an illegible scroll, today is the 100th day of my new life. Over the past month, my edible friends have become more and more aggressive and have swelled in number and size. Whether or not this is a result of my plundering their ecosystem, I am unsure. However, at this rate of growth, they will soon be too large to crawl through the gaps in the walls. For all I know, I could only be seeing the tip of the iceberg. If all fails, and I am never recovered, I hope at least that my study of, and indeed involvement with, these fascinating creatures will one day be regarded as an important point in natural history. The greatest names in modern science got there more through fluke than talent, and it appears that this rule has extended itself to my discovery of this delicious new species. I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventor. I mean, I guess he's got a point there. What's in here? Little caged area. I either need a key or I can smash it with a hammer. There we go. Quick thinking. Fluid lighter gas. Good. More batteries. I have no idea where my batteries are going, actually. I'm hoping that they are like a passive refill. That's that turned off. Good. Let's continue. So now that I can walk around freely... Well, that's something out there. I think someone's been dragged through here. I've never seen this much blood before. That was my best chance to get some answers. Who else is still down here? Good question. This should fire up now. Old key. Day 200. Oh man. It's been some time since I recorded any findings in relation to the spiders with whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months. Partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory, not too long ago, their behavior became overtly aggressive, and so I have attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair, and secured myself within one of the smaller rooms above it, the only one with an operational door lock. The only reason is that I have been recovering from a minor operation which I was forced to conduct myself without the aid of anesthetic, Even if I did have any anesthetic or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work, so anesthetic was out. Surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job just as well. The procedure itself was elementary enough. A simple amputation of a non-vital organ. I began to notice a thick, glue-like substance forming on my tongue, and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxin ingestion. Day 300. Another century of days comes and goes. It seems like so long since I escaped here. At some stage since my last entry, I attempted to return from whence I came. That from which I originally was fleeing seems a fate far worse than the one I now face. However, in the time since I arrived from the larger mine system, a cave-in has occurred, blocking any further progress. I was forced to return and accept whatever end life has in store for me. I can still hear my aggressive little friends scratching on the door to my cell. Poor guy, he just got forgotten. What a horrible way to go out. He cut out his tongue? Interesting. Is that locked? No. Oh, yeah. Why? What the fuck? Why is his tongue so huge? These are the spiders he's been eating. The largest spider I've ever seen with its gut carved open. No way he was just eating these. That's disgusting. Maybe an animal tongue? Nah, man, that's gotta be his tongue. That's the only relative context we have here. Beef jerky? Very nice. The hole isn't large enough for a man. Not that I'd go anywhere near it, even if it was. What burrowed out this tunnel? Something big. Something scary. Alright, I think we're done here. Where else is there to go? Oh, hang on. So we've been to the office. We've been to the storage. Only other places we can go will have to be the workshop. So, we've been office, we've been storage, explosives and workshop, and then northern area. Alright, let's go. I've jotted down a note just in case. A locked door in the middle of the mine. Okay. So we can't go to the storage. It's unfortunate. I mean, how is it locked? It's literally, there's nothing there. Nothing there to lock it in place. Hang on. Old key. Here we go. Yeah, that's good. Oh shit. Might be a good idea to block the door. If that dog creature is back there, I don't want it sneaking up on me. True. Actually, true. What the hell? What kind of bullshit is this? I mean, I blocked the door. Okay. I just can't get to break. No matter what game I play. What does that say? Rusting iron wheels, remnants of a past age of industry. Oh, son of a bitch. Awesome. Thank you. Now, what the hell can I use? Block the door. I don't know. Let's move on quick. So, oh, TNT. This must be the only exit that's caved in. I love my workshop. It is too great a hunting ground to let others gorge their faces. One cannot help but feel four. Really, the number 4? For those without such delicate, mousy morsels on which to munch. For Red ate ravenously of their flesh today, and shall continue to do so. This is possible thanks solely to the button pad I installed on the door, and yet Red's mind is working somewhat backwards today. So it's code. It's 8412. Alright, 8412. Explosives workshop. Let's check out the workshop. Another lantern we can light. Oh, shit, I got too busy thinking. 8412. Another save. One step closer to setting off those explosives without losing any vital body parts. Worn and torn, yet the edge is sharp to the touch. These must be tied into what's going on here. If I keep experimenting, I may discover something useful or have a heart attack. No, a little crank I can use? Looks ancient. It's so old, I don't even know what it would have been used for. Spiders? When the hell did I get a string? Oh, flare. Oh shit. This is an explosion waiting to happen. An electric fence, and it's been put up recently. I'd better find a way to get over. Oh man. Anything for me to jump on? But something's definitely catching my eye under those rocks. Oh, okay. It's a pickaxe? Yeah, pickaxe. Nice. What can I use it for? An old miner's pickaxe. Son of a bitch. It's so old it drains a couple of batteries an hour. Great. So what can I use that pickaxe for then, I wonder? Maybe if I try hitting the electric fence? Nope. Is there nothing around here? Oh, there's barrels. Grab a barrel. Oh, shit. Come on. You got it? Pick up the barrel. God damn it. Come on. We can get it over. We can get it over. Wait a second. Is this what the pickaxe for? No. Alright, well, it was worth a shot. Anything? Anything at all? No? Alright. Oh, fuck, that was actually really close. Damn. We've got these planks here. Oh. What the hell just happened to you? Alright, there we go. I guess we make a ramp. If I could just flip it around. Just flip it. Please and thank you. Come on, man. Come on. Alright, well. Oh, that worked. It flipped it. Nice. Let's give it a shot. There we go. Nice. I still got shocked. Fuck you. Well, at least it's off now. The door does look very weak and old. More pickaxe. More painkillers. Dynamite. Very nice, very nice. I can't see a thing, so we'll pop a flare. Oh, there's bombs in here and shit. Damn. Oh, so we've got the dynamite. What can we do with it? My guess is going to be I use the dynamite on the cave-in. Okay, well the dog is still there, so that's not great. Thanks. Fucking dog. Okay, what did this say? I'll have to clear this obstruction somehow. There must be something left here I could use. Maybe there's still some industrial explosives lying around. Like that barrel of TNT that I saw before. We can grab that and then set that off with dynamite. It's a lot lighter than I thought. I'm gonna wait for this dog to go away. Okay, let's go. And it is right there. Okay, we made it. I might want to save before I do this, actually. Because just getting that TNT was annoying. On the cause the Big Bang. I'm not lighting it without a fuse? Oh, it won't work as a fuse. What did that notebook say? Explosives book. String, black gunpowder, and backstring. Alright. I don't have black gunpowder. Has to be a proper fuse? What do you mean? I haven't found any powder. There's gotta be powder around here somewhere. Why are you back on? Jesus Christ, dude. Alright. Black gunpowder? Ah, right. The hole's too small to thread the strings through. How small could it be? One fuse ready to go. Awesome. Can't believe I didn't see that. Better go stand back. Better not have alerted the dog. Here we are. Awesome. Next area. When I look back, I can't think what spurred me to go deeper into the mine. Perhaps it was arrogance as still being alive, or something as ridiculous as facing adversity and coming out on top. Now I know I would have been better off starving or being mauled to death than kickstarting the chain of events that led me to end up here. Writing to you, I just hope, once you understand my story, you will have what's necessary to put an end to this tale. I certainly didn't. We can open this whole thing. What's in here? Nothing? Yeah, nothing in here. Move that out of the way. Alright, what's this next area? Power room. The noises down here are so alien compared to the sound travels... to the way sound travels to the surface. There'd have to be some kind of backup system for the electricity. I think this might be part of it. Oh damn. The walls of this hole aren't as uniform as the rest of the shafts, but why dig it out by hand? Generator spare parts, batteries. Hey, speaking of batteries. Steelberg generator type 7G. Congratulations on your purchase from the Type 7 product line. We are certain that you will be pleased with your new petrol-driven electrical backup system. Below are highlighted just a few of the added and improved features of the 7G model. Avoid personal wear and tear. The wind-up startup motor has been replaced with a battery-driven unit. Grease in the industrial workplace can be an accident-inducing insurance nightmare. So enjoy the new increased grease control system. Electrical insulation can be expensive to install and maintain, so the economical 7G basic model arrives without, and much, much more. Quick start guide. 1. Ensure the area surrounding the 7G is clear of equipment and personnel in case of overheating. 2. Connect and confirm secondary flow by turning appropriate valve. 3. Turn on cooling system to avoid overheating. 4. Release excess steam until pressure is within safe limits. 5. Begin grease flow, ensuring leakage is minimal. 6. Turn main valve and confirm primary flow. 7. Pull main operation lever. And 8. Check energy output. Your unit should now be fully functional. Alright. So that's these then. Okay. Big pipe. Battery. Alright. If they had some kind of machine for opening these, it's not here anymore. Well, damn. And experimentation never achieves anything. The main generator won't run without its starter motor being powered up. Well, obviously. So we've got a few things to address here. Nothing down here? Doesn't look like it. I can't smash this open at all? No. Alright. These look like industrial fuses. Alright, we'll have to come back to that room. I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be going. Oh, here we go. Storage, excavation, auxiliary shaft. Automatic gate blocking off the rest of the mine. Needs some power if I want to move it. Alright, so our main objective is to get the power up and running. Radio. The beeping coming from the speakers. Maybe there's someone out there after all. That Morse? 12th of January 1972. Boys, I'd come to have a word with you myself, but I've got more important things to do than piss about making sure you're all doing your jobs properly. Now, I know there's a certain amount of camaraderie between you lot. Playing pranks and jokes on each other, it comes with the territory, and that's fine, so long as you don't add me to your list. God knows you need something to keep you entertained down here. However, you all know full well that Penrose has some very deep-seated issues with his height, so anyone who thought it'd be a good idea to sabotage his generator and hide all the spare fuses on the top shelf in the storeroom would quite clearly need his head examined. You get me? In other news, Jones, I want that inventory done yesterday, and the rest of you, it's not all fun and games you hear. On a serious note, another radio has gone missing, and you'd better hope to God that means one of you's lost it, because stealing ain't a pretty word in my book. It's the third one this month, which means the amnesty on coming clean is fast coming to a close. Then there'll be repercussions, got it? What's strange is you're all supposed to be working in pairs, so nobody should be able to get their hands on a radio without the other spotting it. When I find out who's responsible, I'm going to find out how they got away with it so long. Then I'm going to fling them out into the snow and leave them there. They'll just disappear into the night, just like all those radios. Harvard. Lead mine foreman? Lead mine foreman. Interesting. Can I use the radio then? I need to start thinking straight. What do I think? What do you mean, what are you thinking? You want to talk to someone, don't you? I don't get it. I don't understand the problem. Nope. What do you mean? Literally, what do you mean? Alright, try this door. Fuses. It says 50 amp fuses, but the box is still empty. The contents can't be far away. Emergency procedures. Morse code? Oh my god. I don't know Morse code. Okay, well, there's a broom. How to reach it? Dude, we're standing on a box. What do you mean how to reach it? This is a 5.5 volt fuse. Well, there's a fuse. These fuses look A1 to me. There's nothing in here for me. Trying to figure out what this fuse does. Of course the dog's there. Where does this go? Anywhere special or just up? Yeah, just up. Without its starter motor. Holster? Okay. Look mode. Notebook N. Attempt to use the distress signal. Begin firmly tapping out a message on the wall of the cave. Rescue crews will hear you and arrive promptly to dig you out. So now that I've got the Morse code page, what can I do about it? I don't need to do this right now. I gotta figure out a way to get the power up and running. I don't think Morse code has anything to do with it right now. Oh, cool. Right, so I can't go back that way. Is there another room that I'm missing? Power room? Auxiliary shaft, right? Yeah. This one makes sense. But this doesn't take me anywhere, it just takes me to the radio room. Hmm. What do I do with the fuse? Won't run without its starter motor. I have no idea where its starter motor is. Automatic gate blocking. Need some power. Hang on a second. If the big box is there with the battery in it, there's a reason that's there, right? Big box. Might as well we'll just push it. We'll just push it. If I even can. Can I move these? I can. Get these out of the way. Alright. Well, that's a start. Where do I put this? Startup motor functional. We should be set. Alright. I should check the fuse box. Yep. Provided this fuse holds out, well, hopefully. What were the instructions again? Connect and confirm secondary flow by turning appropriate valve. Turn on cooling system to avoid overheating. Does it mean these? Right, yeah, okay. Notes. Oh, wrong one. Turn on cooling system. Connect and confirm secondary flow by turning appropriate valve. That's going to be number 2. Turn on cooling system. I assume. But this one has to be cooling, right? No? I can't turn it off anyway. Begin grease flow. No. Release excess steam. Begin grease flow. Turn main valve. Cool. Well, it worked. Awesome. We're getting somewhere. Now all the power's back on. Let me change this real quick, hang on. Make my mouse a bit more comfortable for me. Right, now I need the code. It's numerical, so I can close this now. So there's an 8. 8, 5. Five, 7, 3, 8, 8, 5, 7, 3. Oh no, one of those. We'll try it. 8, 5, 7, 3. I don't know Morse code, so.
Good day. Good day. Can you hear me? Well, I hope that your ears are working better than your tongue, so that you might use them to listen to my words. You have turned on the light at the end, beginning, and middle of the tunnel, but some things remain shrouded in darkness. My emergency message I hope has helped, but what you need now is to the wall hole to the right of the fence. Oh, go now. There is no time to explain. Well, in fact, time is one of the few things we have in abundance down here. What surprises I've spoiled by such catty curiosity.
Beyond the fence to the right, there should be a hole or perhaps an access point to reach further into the mine. Okay, well, let's try that code. It's not. Okay. So it's not 8573. 5873? 7583. No. The fucker. I don't know the start of the code. Five. 7. 5, 3 5738. Fucking dog. So where are we? We're right there. I can't close the gate at all. Excavation, storage, tool shed, auxiliary shaft, communication center. We've been to communication. So let's check tool shed, storage, and excavation. You get away from this dog.
My memory is like something with a great many small holes. We shall be needing to perform some minor demolition work so that we might one day meet again. For this task, we shall require the use of a large, earth-eating metal monster. And that monster is thirsty for juice from the place where things are kept. By the way, you can call me Red. It's not my name, you understand, but I am sure you will agree it is a name rather similar to a cardigan. Fetching when worn correctly.
Okay. Storage, excavation. Fucking hell.
Those holes in my mind are increasingly gaping. You cannot breach the inner sanctum of the place of storing. The entryway is blocked. So what if the squashy material between my ears is squashier than most? I may not be perfect like a hanging picture, but my words are wise and backed up by time. A pox on both your brain cells. Try as I may, you must think that I deceive you with my admittingly cunning ways. As far as my eye has seen, our rocky grave extends, and yet you cast away my help like you would a puppy, freshly rolled in its own feces. I hope that your warped sense of morality is better company than I, because now it is all you have left.
Alright. Can I open it?
I'm sorry. Sometimes my emotions are like a disobedient pet. Uncontrollable and often rolling in shit. Better safe than sorry, they say. But I think we are both sorrier than we are safe. A tunnel lies between a nearby watery cave and the place where things are kept. Take the second right from the closed door, and you will find what you seek.
Alright, well, there's nothing in here. Tool shed and storage. God damn it. Blocked from the other way. So storage is shut off. Excavation doesn't go anywhere right now. So all that's left is the tool shed. Here it is. Holy shit. The hell is this thing? It's a cement mixer. Why does it look like that? That does not look like a cement mixer. A saw? Very nice. Xeno report. No Domini 1992. I'm not going to read the notes anymore. It's going to make this way too long. Fucking hell. That's right, there's two of them here. Awesome. Well, I'm just gonna leave. So, excavation is kind of there. Storage is shut. We've got tools, and now we go to the auxiliary shaft, I believe. I just did a full circle, didn't I? And let me guess, that's also locked? Barricaded by a piece of wood. Okay, no, that's fine. I was gonna wait for this dog to go away. God damn it. So the auxiliary shaft is that way, but there's a dog in the way. I don't want to go there. Is there a map for this region? There is. No, it's just the same map. Oh my god. Whatever. It just feels so just unnecessary. Oh. This is the machine he was talking about. Plug that in. Does this? It does. This also needs to be plugged in. And off we go. Nothing else is on the cards. What's the problem? I may never get used to that. No. Anno 9000. Is there anything this way? No rooms? Alright, nothing here. There's just really nothing here. Alright. Wait for that dog to go away. Oh shit. Don't know why that's interactable. Alright, what the hell? He stuck? No, there we go. What the fuck? Let's try dragging it out. Nope, alright. Is this just fucked? Is it broken? That sucks. Yeah, I get it. Don't unplug it. Power's on, but nothing else is on the cards. I guess let's go look for some fuel or something. Alright, we can play Chasey. I should probably check up there. I can. There's nothing. Maybe there is something in excavation. Anything at all? Must be the tunnel leading to the storeroom. Really? You pointing this out now? I need the other bit of the ladder? No? Alright. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Interesting to see that I did not see that at all last time. Been shattered by something strong enough to run metal into. Here we go. Very nice. This should work. Cool. Alright. That solves that issue. And there are some spiders. Nothing lays eggs that big. They're leathery. Ah, spider. What the fuck? Bro, are you kidding me? Oh shit. Oh fuck. Well, this isn't very good. I'm alright. You ran away from my light before, but whatever. Yeah, that one's on me. That one's on me. Oh. I'm blocking that tunnel off. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I get it now. I get it now. It actually wants me to block it off. Right. I didn't read that.
Now you should find yourself in the watery cave of conversation space. With the tunnel above you.
Ow!
10 times ahead.
What?
In this tunnel for both our sakes, be careful, not curious.
Yeah, I'll take that death. What the fuck? Oh, of course. You've got to be fucking kidding me, dude. Holy shit. What is this fucking Tomb Raider bullshit? It's what? Literally what? What can I do? What the actual fuck, dude? Am I supposed to take this with me or what? Like, huh? Can I sit here? That's not... That doesn't destroy it. Alright, well I can just jump, so there's that. Great. It's a fucking bunch of bullshit, man. Oh, it's not even fun. Alright, we're moving on.
There should be some insect repellent in that red and white cross box in that room. Just in case those spiders found your flesh delicious. How does that brain flesh know your fluids are leaking? Because the red tricked you. The spidery tunnel was far from a necessary evil. More so, it served as a well-deserved punishment. You thought my mind had been lost to the ravages of time. But poetic justice has struck with a sonnet and an eight-legged baptism of fire. With justice now served cold, I hope that we can be good friends. Now reclaim the key and go juice. And find a way to the mining monster.
Fucking weirdo, man. Hate that guy. Think it's funny to just fuck over your literally your only way out? Funny guy. You need a key? No, I don't, because I can see what's in here. I think that's it, we're done here. Some key, a key and some go-go juice. Needs ignition key. I might turn that crosshair off. Hey, with a fox? What's going on? I think I gotta look for some fuel now. Let's try going back first. I know you're upset. You want to eat me and everything. Alright. Now, what can I use this key for? Bit harsh on yourself? It's not too keen to ignite. Alright. Now I need some fuel. Out of gas? Yes. Obviously. Oops. Did I miss something in the tool shed? I may have missed something. Ow. That's on me. Alright, we'll run back, check the tool shed. Did I miss fuel? May have. Oh, wait. Cement mixer? No, alright. Storage? Here we go. I can stop using that. What is that? Is that a note under there? Can I pop these off? Must snake all over the storage bay. Yeah, I did not see that actually. Let's pop it off. Right. Alright. Gives me a box. That's batteries. Nice. What's in here? A book. Christian Foresight. Alright. I would read that, but I spent a lot of time reading already. I kind of just unnecessary, I think, to just read every single note. Oh, there's the fuel. Oh, that can't go that way. Can I move that? Let's save real quick. Like I'm just one visitor of many. Hang on a second. Yeah, it's a bit jank, but you know, it'll have to do. What did that... What... Okay. I don't know what I was hoping to achieve there, but you know what? It's whatever. What? Alright. Whoa. Oh, hey. Please be nice. No? Bye. Damn, you gonna be that mean to me? This one goes up. Huh. So I gotta block off the steam. I don't think crouching will get me anywhere near it. Anything I can use? Not really. Could try using one of these boxes here. Maybe. Is this even going to work? Wait a sec. Yeah, alright. I think I understand what the game wants me to do here. Could grab this other one first. Whoops. There we go. Is there another one around here? So not one in here. Not one in here. Hopefully that should be more than enough then. Come on, get it nice and lined up. Yeah, that looks high enough. That looks high enough. It's also very heavy now. finicky. Alright, let's try and push it. Try and get it nice and lined up. Awesome. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna work. Nope, nowhere near. Is that as far as it goes? Looks like it. Now, how do I cut it? Can't do it with that. The saw, maybe? How's that going to work? What do you mean? That seriously doesn't work? Wow, that's unfortunate. There's seriously nothing that I can use to cut that rope. I mean, really? What's on my to-do list? Spoke of a key. I've got the key. I just need the gas. This is rough, man. This is rough. Can I clip? Surely. Come on. The game has to let me, right? If it's a game this old, it's got to let me clip somehow. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Oh, that's a save. Okay. Now for the actual problem. Getting out of here? Nah. Come on now. Come on. No, don't stand upright. I need you on an angle. Awesome. So there we go. Easy. Just make it easier on myself. Alright. That's so unfortunate that I couldn't cut that rope with a saw, of all things. I guess this is a game where things just have one use. Like the way that they're coded, that you can't use them universally. Which sucks. I'll go around. Back to the auxiliary shaft. Save. Okay. Alright. Where's the port? There we go.
Find the truth behind all
Oh, finally.
think it will set you free. But truth is relative, and relatives cannot be trusted to bring good gifts. What you seek lies in the shafts beyond this collapsing of the sky, and if you look closely, so do I. A century of days has passed since I saw this area last. The disease once sought to kill poor men, but I took them on a wild poultry chase. They ended dead. They came from out the big metal door, but after all my years, I knew hide and seek turned to seek and hide, and I
Can I get going now? Oh, I have to move it. Hopefully this shouldn't take too long. Alright, here we are. It seems so strange now. You have been guided like a blind man by a faceless stranger whose sanity was clearly waning. Disposition unknown. For all I knew, this Red didn't even have a disposition to speak of, just a seething mass of conflicting emotions. I knew that my radio-reliant friend must have been cocooned nearby, and perhaps in finding him, I would find myself one step closer to understanding what was going on. In just a couple of hours, I would find what I was looking for, and with it would come answers. I didn't realize at the time, but the answers I found would be for questions I hadn't even asked. Pretty cool. I mean, it's an alright story so far. Oh shit. What the hell? Oh, okay. Was not expecting that. This is their first game, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this was their first game. So, things were to be fleshed out. And then that comes... I come back here. No, I assume I just... Where did it go? Yeah, whatever. And it saved? Awesome. Must be my imagination, but it feels like there's warm air coming from down there. Let's try the door first. Sealed tight with no handle. How's it operated? Refinement machinery. Well, that leaves us with one way to go. And there's spiders here. Not my favorite, to be honest. But there's lights everywhere, so hopefully we should be safe. Let me turn the sensitivity up a little bit more. See if I can't destroy that spider nest. Oh shit. How did it go? They're all dead. Not all of them. Alright, well, fair enough. These spiders are supposed to be afraid of the light, by the way. Only my light, because yeah, that's the catch. Arachnophobia warning would be nice.
My remaining
Hello?
ear to the ground, I hear your trembling Tootsies padding towards their final destination. Things come to those that wait, whether they want them or not, and soon I think your wait will be over. The great metal door in reality is calling you, just as the Reaper beckons me forward. I look forward to finally greeting you. I only hope I need not greet the Reaper man first.
I kind of hope you do. You fucking weirdo, man. Try to get me killed. Where am I? Shaft 13, refinery, shaft 12, section C, tool storage. Where do I want to go first? Probably section C. Let's head that way. What to do here? Okay, section C needs a code. Write that down in our notes. Hopefully it isn't Morse code like the last one. Oh, nice screwdriver. Not worth digging through barbed wire for. Our bolt cutters. Cool, cool. We have some tools now. Where to now? Probably shaft 13, and then we can make our way up to shaft 12. Let's go that way. Careful of the dogs as well. Whoa, flashbang. What's in here? Kind of bathroom area? Might be able to shift them, but where does this take me? Oh great, now I'm caved in. Why is this place trying to kill me? That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Technically, this place already has. Those aren't noises. They're the sounds that a guy is making with his mouth. What the fuck? Yeah, fuck these controls. I was okay with no combat until the spiders came into it. Go away. Trap the miner's final words. We can read that later. Hey, more beef jerky. Nice. Mining hat and a note underneath. Blank note. No, boots. More beef jerky and a rat poison. A ration. Yeah, ration. Same thing really with the shit that they put in there.
My friends lie somewhere near you now. A friend in need is a friend indeed.
What?
But a friend that's dead is a poor conversationalist. May they rest ruptured, decomposing pieces.
I think we're done here. Now to the refinery. That's a dead end, of course. It'd be really cool if I could trap those dogs. Ah, okay. Speak of the devil. This is straight out of Half-Life. Buttons. Another little puzzle for us to solve. So what do these bottom buttons do? Okay. Oh, hey, there we go. I got it. What do I do with it, I wonder? Wonder where it goes? I just had to find out, man. Oh, I can't lean. Well, that's there. I will leave that alone then. Oh, it's stuck? Alright. We'll brave it.
Ah, only the engraving etched in the back of my mind can compare to the sight you must be seeing. Now power has returned. I wish I could be there with you, but circumstances do not allow for such frivolities. Maybe soon there is something you can do about that. But tell me, are there ever melted conveyances now charity in Rockwood? I think I know what they mean. It is some kind of heaven or a utopia.
Okay. What now? It doesn't work. I guess I just passed the rocks through. Why not? Oops. What about over here? I'd rather believe it was standard corrosion. Oh, hey. I didn't see that. Maybe I could knock it down somehow? Yeah, maybe. Try the broom. No. Alright. Huh. How are we gonna do this? I need to... Okay. Yeah, physics-based. Ow. If I could slip something behind it. Ah, shit. Use my, can I use my Gmod brain or something? Alright. There we go. What Half-Life does to a motherfucker. Can I actually knock it down? Or do I need to find a way into the vent? Huh. What do you mean, what are you thinking? You can cut fences with it, man. See where that goes. And we'll leave one here for good measure. Okay, there we go. Cool. Alright, so... what would be the next step? Trying to stop this fan, for one. What was that? Oh, alright. Oh, lucky. This isn't gonna do anything? Never mind. One step at a time.
We are now such good and lasting friends. I have gifted you with my love. Perhaps you could gift me with something. After all, the laws of politeness would be shattered if you were to appear at my party without a gift. Poor Red is so hungry. He could eat both the horse and the young rippling stable hand. Sadly, pony flesh is so hard to come by in these parts. Man meat is so...
Missing a motor.
so bland. If your eyes happened upon a scurrying rodent, would you deliver the crunchy feast by way of a final meal?
I'm not listening to a single word you are blabbering on about. Is it the motor that I'm thinking of? The red one? Really, that's the only one here. Yeah, surely. One rock. Nice. Save? What did I save? Oh shit. So where are the safe spots? This game wants me to suffer here. Yeah, damn. What's the pattern? Okay, well I can't leg it. That's fine. That's fine. So it's this one, this one, this one. Down here. And then up. And then to the left. And then up. Alright. Gonna wait for it to go again. Oh shit. I thought I had it there for a sec. Oh, wait. Am I right? I'm rushing it? I'm rushing? There we go. Cool. A vent here. So that leads up. This one over here leads up as well. Alright. And down. Oh, well, the door was blocked anyway, so that was a smart idea. They use the same set up to this day. Oh, I see what I need to do here. Come on. All right. What is that for us? Old newspaper. Locked. But I think the key's still in the lock. There's a note here. Need to collect it from under the door once I've pushed it out. What do you mean? Push it out how? Alright. What the fuck? Looks like there's something stuck in the keyhole. Yes, it's the key. How can I get it out? Images and notes relating to the grey rockworm. This thing is big for an invertebrate. Stack of books. Well, what am I expected to do here? How do I get the key out? Once I've pushed it out. Yeah, literally, how am I going to push it out? Fuck, man. Alright. Here. Take the sacrifice. I eat up. Give me the key. What the hell? Out of the way. Jeez, fuck. I wasn't expecting that to be so grotesque. Oh, yuck. Oh. Do I need my soul? No. Huh. I'm not reading all that. What's in there? In these drawers? Nothing? A deranged mind. I think we know who. Something huge broke into the room. I don't think this is the way to go. What's going on back here? Oh, transmit.
While you hunt for those delicate, melt-in-your-mouth mousy morsels, there are places you should not go, for fear of death. The Reaper lives here, just like you and I. And just like you and I, he must ingest the living flesh of those less fortunate than he. There is a small place that I do not want you to visit, even on your holidays, because it is dark and evil place that I've been, when the darkness has overwhelmed my small decaying mind. Some bad things flowed from my mind and through my pen. The brilliant blue ink itself seemed to turn to blood into my grave.
Let's continue.
And by the way, should you turn peckish, red is at its finest sautéed with a little engine oil.
Where do I go now? I need a code to unlock Sector C. Found a note. Oh, hang on. Let's try the UV. The black light. With the blank note. Fuck, I get switched on with these games. One 371. Sector C. Down and then right. Click and right. I'm not afraid anymore. Okay, here we are. There's more dogs. What's the map say? Lake Utakal. We're in Sector B. I guess we go to the lake first.
Really, the hunger is becoming rather uncomfortable here. How far away are you? You cannot be far. I am held captive by a wall of stone in the northeast of the mine. As in any drama, there are many roles to be played. You must act the scientist in mixing potions, act the renegade in plots of destruction. On your travels for the tools with which you will fashion my rescue, you may discover the place of my last meal. Be careful. The shiny, solid floor of water is not as solid as it seems. Poor Red was almost swallowed whole. The two foolsy men who plummeted into my domain have long since departed, though not I expect from whence they came. I ate ravenously of thy fed meat that day, but Red promises feasting only began when the man became pungent, when the stench of life had gone, and only the sweet aroma of decay remained.
Righty. Don't know what's expected here at this lake. We'll just have to find out. Death. Oh, of course. No, yes. It's like a... You gotta walk on it? No? Ah, there we go. Well, there's literally nothing here. It's just a waste of our time. Yeah. Waste of time. All I got out of it was a note and some painkillers. And a save. I guess the next area should be chemical storage and then incinerator. And then we go down to section B. Out. Alright. Oh. Autosave? Is it gonna collapse? Oh shit. Son of a bitch. What, man? You're just making it hard for yourself. I'm dead. What the hell? That's just unacceptable. Ow. Oh, I didn't see that. What do you mean, how's that going to work?
Oh, my brain can barely imagine the feats of action man like heroics you must be performing to save old Red. I am waiting so close now for you to blow down walls of my earthbound prison cell and release me from this mortal coil.
Oh, what the hell? Actual hallucination. Another note: magnesium, calcium, barium, chloride, phosphorus, sodium. Alright. I just opened the fucking locker, man. Holy shit. One right here. Now the note says magnesium, calcium, barium. Oh shit. Nope. Alright. Maybe that doesn't work the way I'm thinking it does. But there are... how many? 6. Yeah, there was something here. All 6 chemicals accounted for. Okay. Where to now? I said I was gonna go to to incinerator. Let's look at section B first, actually. So from here, go down, and here, take the left. What the hell? Well, I can't turn it off. Chemical storage? I've already been there. Forged shut, alright. So I guess we've got nowhere to go but the incinerator. Because we came from section B, so... A small gap gives me a chance to pry it open with the right tool. With the right tool? Huh. With the right tool, I should be able to get it open. Search for John O's remains in hopes of locating valuable clues. Right. So we've been to the incinerator. We just went to the chemical storage. There was nothing on the lake but death. Section B, we came from there. Can't think of where haven't we looked that actually means something. Did I miss anything in the chemical storage? Probably not. Maybe I missed something out in the lake. We'll try the lake again, why not? It can't hurt. Oh shit. Wrong way. Alright, give me something good, like... Anything here? Let's save. So if I jump in here, I'm just gonna die? Oh no, I can jump on them. Alright, cool, cool. I just gotta find out what's safe. There we go. So I don't want to be on it when it initially cracks. Makes sense. I mean, that makes it easier. Anything? Over here, perhaps? No? Alright. Where else can I look? What the hell is that? I don't have the strength to pull the crowbar out of his frozen hand. Alright. Oh, there you go. The sword does have more than one use. Also, I love the fact that my character said, I don't have the strength to pry it out of his hands, but apparently cutting his frozen hand off means that it just falls out of his fingers. Because that works. Oh, shit. Well, I mean, we got it. No reason to come back now. Off to section. No, the incinerator, I mean. Yeah, alright.
Where are you, my shiny knight? Have you really made it this far? I wait, and yet the pot never boils. I remain trapped in my den of iniquity. Perhaps the gods have toyed with me once more. Sentence me to yet more years in this place of eternal nightlight. But now, maybe my ill advice has ended you. Have you rung death's doorbell?
Shit.
Please don't leave poor Ren all alone once more, like all the others.
You tried to get me killed. What the hell do you mean, don't leave you alone? Oh. Oh, no, I was just in the way. Another fuse? Yes? Yeah, nice. Painkillers. Thank you. I'll take them. Well, alright, so there's a Bunsen burner here. Container. Oh, shit, what chemicals do I... What? Magnesium, calcium, barium, chloride, phosphorus, sodium. MCBCPS. I don't think they're even listed like that, are they? No. And a beaker to mix the chemicals in? No gas... Okay. I'll just assume that it's in alphabetical order. If it's not, I'll probably blow up. Alright. Well, that helps. Wait, what, let me see, real quick, right? Let me see. Table of elements. What do they have? Periodic table. Here's an image. I can barely read it though. With real names. Is this one gonna work? Alright, well I can kinda read it. A. The notes say magnesium. Okay, well that's just MN. Do not forget. Alright, I don't think that... I don't think the periodic table is gonna help. We'll just have to mishmash. Shit. Oh, you can mix it with itself? Alright, there's gotta be a hint right here somewhere, right here. I have no idea what I'm doing. Hmm. Magnesium, calcium, barium, chloride, phosphorus, sodium. Hmm. Is there a note around here? Is that nothing? Really? Hmm. I don't think... Did I miss any notes? Surely not, right? Because I've been to pretty much every room. I've looked almost everywhere. Wait, hang on. Notes. Can't forget about the explosives. Found this earlier in the game. Dynamite, black match, TNT, Armstrong's mixture. Death mix. Red phosphorus and barium. Alright. Oh, there we go. So where do I put it? Where do I put it? That's good, that's good. Oh shit. That one was an accident. Oops. Let me put that down. Let me grab this out so I can see better. Be nice and careful. Ah, shit. See, I don't even know if... Am I supposed to be going this way? Or do I just, like... I don't know. We have to find out. Nice and slow. Here we go. Now we throw it. Ah, fucking son of a bitch. Alright, I get it. It blows up immediately. Let me up. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Put that right there. Now I wait for it. Fuse. Yep. Lighter. Now we get the fuck back. Can't get a hold of it. I need something to lever it open. Locked.
Good evening. You actually came. There is much that should leave my throat box now, but words elude me.
Throat box?
You came,
Seriously?
you are so pretty, but I have been bad. The underworld already beckons me, so I suppose one further misdemeanor will change little. It is false pretension, and not guiding light with which I have led you here. I cannot give you the answers you want. You may wish to find what it is you seek, but that is a fiction. You cannot know what it is you sought through the vast leaden doorway, or else you would seek anything else in the world. No, the key stays with me, in here. So the life that has led me, horrible as it may be, is better still than the life that waits for you. hungry behind those doors. As replacements go, he shall be admirably abnormal. But you must wonder why this metal burning chamber is talking to you in a voice you knew only as red. For it is I, your companion, residing within. You see, I have waited for this day so many years. They won't let me die. They have parts of my head are not my own. And I cannot take my life. It is against the rules. Please, the pain has gone on for so long. All I wanted was a friend, but now the time for chit-chats and marshmallows by the fire is ended.
You made me come all this way just to
So shall my life.
kill you?
I have knocked on the death's door for so long. Please, let him invite me in for tea.
Okay. Well, I can do that. That's easy. Why would Red want me to kill him? Who cares? Kill him. Red, I'm so sorry. Whatever happened to you down here, it's over now. I don't care. Red's key. Is that it? Is my suffering over now? Fuck everyone else's suffering. What about mine? I came here with a goal. Red. What the ever? Young Red's predicament. My dearest friend, how are you? I am as well as can be expected. I have some sad news though. A few days ago there was some kind of collapse and some of the ceiling of the cave fell in on me. What scares me is that I was in an off-limits part of the mine. They may not look for me here, but if they do, and they find me, I'll be in so much trouble. But I don't think I'll have to worry about that, because I'm not sure I'll be getting out of here. I don't mind so much. I've been working in the mine for about 3 weeks now, and I'm really proud that I can send money home. But it's pretty tough work, and so far you're the only person that's been really nice to me. Plus, I have some nice company down here. There's some friendly, kinda creepy crawlies, and some books I brought from home that I was taking to the rec room. If you think about it, I was really quite lucky I had all this stuff with me, otherwise I'd be bored stiff. As it is, I have Shakespeare, Bronte, Nietzsche, perfect bedtime reading, although I suppose I might be trapped here long enough that I have to read them twice. I always used to ask my mum how long people survive without food and things. I read how some people can survive underwater for over 5 minutes, and some people last in the desert for weeks. But she always said you had 3 minutes of air, 3 days of water, etc. I suppose I'll probably find out soon enough. I guess if I had to, I could find food around the place. Like I said, there's all sorts of creatures here, but they're better off as my friends than my lunch. I wonder whether I shall starve to death or go cave crazy first. Neither sounds too much fun, I guess, but if I had to choose, I'd say I'd want to go mad. It sounds like an adventure. Tom Redwood, proper mine worker, December 1970. Age 14. So, I have no idea what year this is set in. I think the game said it was 2000. Another quick save. Right. Yuck. Oh, noose. How many hours did he spend with his neck in this noose, just trying to end it all? Electrical panel? Take the flathead. Maybe running out to the door. Off we go. Something to lever it open. Here we go. As I stepped into the mouth of the underground facility, there should have been questions, fears, doubts running through me. Instead, I was torn in two. Part of me, I felt, had died, along with my only ally and friend. Oh, come on, man, that's a bit of a stretch. His final words had raised more questions than they'd answered, and I couldn't get his screams for help out of my head, despite knowing deep down that the pain I had caused Red was itself all the help I could have offered him. I was alone again, but I had nothing to do other than press on into the unknown. If I had felt so bad about Red, I should have listened to him and stayed where I was. I would trade his fate 100 times for my own. The other side of me was looking forward to what might await me in my continued journey. I felt sure that I would soon find some clue or other to my father's fate, and that he was inextricably linked to everything that was happening. I also couldn't help but suspect that everything I had seen up until that point was just symptomatic of whatever lay beyond the threshold. I know now I was right. Welcome to the shelter. Hello? What the hell? With that, the man who had first descended into the mine was no more, and so began my next chapter? To be continued. Oh, wow, okay. It ends on a cliffhanger. Awesome. Well, that's pretty cool. Oh, it's set in the year 2001. Alright. Not bad. Not bad. We could keep going, but I think I'll give it a break. 4 hours? 4.5 hours for just this one little game? That's not bad. Not bad. After yesterday's 12-hour stream, though, I think... Oh, man. Yeah, we'll leave it there. I could do episode 2 tomorrow, or what's the day today? Friday? Well, it's about to be Saturday. With the Fox, thank you. Thank you so much for the follow. I noticed you were sticking around. Thanks for staying. Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate the follow very much. Thanks for sticking around. Where can I go here? The raid option, raid channel. There's a whole bunch of little streamers that I can raid. The streamer that I thought would be live isn't live right now, so that's unfortunate. Oh shit. Let me come back here. All right, well, no raid. Anyway, yeah, I'll leave it there. We'll do episode 2 either tomorrow or maybe Monday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll post on Twitter what my plans will be. So feel free to follow if you feel like it. And I'll see you later. Gotcha.